Chapter 2. The first that Estelle knew of all this was from the younger of Molly's two maids. Monty and Audrey had arranged to dispense with the services of these two domestics, but Philip, still lingering on, had wanted the younger one at least back. She had promised to come, but had not done so, and Philip had sought her out. Thereupon she had said that she would rather not come. Why? Philip had asked, but she had given no satisfactory reason. He had then turned to the second maid, but with no better result. After all, it didn't matter. It was very little trouble for himself and Monty to make their own breakfasts. They could take their other meals at the Chelsea Arts Club, and there would be no difficulty in getting a woman 1 or 2 days a week to clean. Then, to his extreme astonishment, on the very day after Molly's departure for Santon, he left Monty to a sandwich and coffee luncheon in the studio and came out of his house to find Lenox Street almost as full of people as it had been on the morning when the parachute had descended on the studio roof. "What's the matter? Anything happened?" he asked the nearest loiterer at his gate, but he did not learn what had really happened till he reached the club. Certainly the joke, if it was a joke, appeared to be on him. Simultaneously 2 grinning fellow members thrust into his hand that morning's issue of the Roundabout. The Roundabout, I should say, is the circus's, much inferior, rival. It contained a photograph of Estelle's house, with the spot where the parachute had descended marked with a cross. It was, of course, 1,000 pities. No man likes the house he lives in held up to the idle public gaze. Had the annoying thing been submitted to my own paper I could have stopped it. Had it been a big thing I might even have stopped its appearance in the Roundabout, for, while we cut one another's throats in detail, we have our understandings in larger matters. Hurriedly I scanned the rest of the paper to see whether any letterpress went with the picture. None did. There was simply the photograph, with a couple of quite innocent descriptive lines underneath. "Seems to me rather a stummer," I said to Willett. "Is Hodgson losing his grip a bit?" "Haven't noticed it," Willett replied. "Sound man Hodgson. Doesn't often do things without a reason. I think we might go a bit slower on actresses and mannequins. This is the crash we were talking about the other morning, isn't it?" "Yes. A washout I should have said. Perhaps he's playing the local interest card. He's doing that just now. I don't see why we shouldn't do more of it." "I think we'll wait for a better story than that anyway," I replied. "Well, let's get to work." But all that afternoon the thing worried me. It was a trifle, perhaps, but it was a trifle on the wrong side. More, unlike some other trifles, I already saw how dangerously capable of further development it was. I